The top weight Wrinkly led the way. Again he starts to work up through the bridle. Out by a length, one short. Minus looks heeled along by Hall. Reveille is down on the inside. Next of all, Royal Missile is going around them, nearing the bend. 2 lengths Elegant Blast, and still last is Jackpot Prince. Into the home straight they set sail, and Wrinkly again kicked about 2 in front. Over on the outside, Royal Missile starts its run towards the inside. One short, Reveille. Wrinkly still giving though. Wrinkly with 150 to go from Reveille. Royal Missile. Now Reveille goes up, hits the lead now. Pike takes the filly to the front and Reveille pulls away. Reveille scored. Elegant Blast getting home when it's all over. But too good for them, Reveille. And Pike got a double in the first 2 from Elegant Blast and Wrinkly Brave. Right behind them then close up Royal Missile, followed by Jackpot Prince. And then came Minus Looks with the stablemate one short amongst the last to greet the judge. Number 7, Reveille. High Chaparral filly for Danny Morton. Blinkers on, was able to posse up there, sit more forward than she did last start when she was clearly not suited, and she was up in class, but she was equal to it and backed in very heavily on the tote into 160, 120. They've climbed aboard here to a man on Reveille. This daughter of High Chaparral beats Elegant Blast, who hit the line well. Wrinkly tried desperately to cling on under the 59.5. He went just a little too keenly at various stages of that race. 137.31 they've run here for the 1600. Royal Missile, she loomed up, but she weakened in the final stages of the event. The winner raced by Brian Bradley, Peter Walsh and John Cyprian. They Quinella to race those 3 owners here during the course of the week. And again, in the Amelia Park colours on this occasion, Reveille salutes. So she's now had the 5 runs for 3 wins and 2 seconds and looks very progressive out of a fine family, trained by Danny Morton. 5 second, Elegant Blast. Good to see her back, showing a glimpse of form again. A Blackfriars Classy Charmer filly for David Smith. Jerry Noski aboard for trainer Justin Warwick. And Wrinkly, again a very brave effort there in front by Saxon out of Kylie Nadine. Steve Kilner, the owner, trained by Neville Parnham and ridden by Brad Parnham. 1 length the short head with the margins. It's 35.41 the last 600 metres of that mile Frio Group handicap. Now the next of the afternoon, the Neo Metals for 3-year-olds over the 1,000 at 133, and no alterations to the next on the card down there to Adam in a couple of moments' time. So yeah, the Blinkers doing the job there in as much as that it was able to have the filly jump, be more prominent, more proactive, and Pike certainly back in form right at the moment too, after a couple of meetings where he went without a winner, which is most unusual for the Wizard, but he's certainly making the most of it early. He could finish up having a blinder today. He's still got plenty of top mounts, including State Solicitor's return in the last on the card. Okay, we'll get down there with Dan Morton in just a few moments' time here after this victory. It'll be interesting to see where she progresses from here. Reveille, does he continue on? Does he give her a little break now and maybe just to raise the bar a touch for that next preparation? We'll find out. We'll take you down now to the winners' enclosure, and here's Adam McGrath, and about to catch up with the winning trainer Danny Morton.
We do have Dan Morton down here after another nice win by Reveille. Dan, we mentioned in the preview there that despite being beaten as a $1.60 favourite on a Wednesday, there was a lot to like in that race. The row was out 15 metres. It was a day that was hard to run on, so it was a forgive run.
Certainly was. She was probably always vulnerable that day, so yeah, we weren't too disheartened about it. It was always going to be to a benefit with the rail back in and little field. So, and yeah, she put it together really good with the blinkers on. The blinkers going on just meant that she jumped a little bit quicker and was switched on through those early stages, not having to make up as much ground as we've seen in those previous runs. Yeah, she was just a little bit more there, and that was Chris Parnham, who's ridden her most of the time. He was. It was his idea to put him on, so it worked. She's a lovely filly by High Chaparral, who's only going to get better as she continues to go. Darren just mentioned then, is it time now to have a little bit of a break and have a look at Belmont when she's really going to appreciate that long straight, or are you happy to keep going and finding some races at the moment while she's in good form? She's in excellent order, but we'll have a talk to the boys and just sort of see which way they want to go with her. You'll be hoping to go back-to-back. In the next race you have Dainty Tess, a huge run last start in a 72+. You did the donkey work on that day and led up a lot of the runners. You were still only beaten a length. yeah, she never lets us down. You know, she's honest as the day is long, so she's got to carry big weight again, but she'll be there.
Taylor Stone getting the opportunity there as well. She's ridden Dundee last weekend for you, and now this, so a great opportunity for her as well.
She's riding well, and 3 kilos is 3 kilos, you know, so it brings her into the race.
Well done, mate, and best of luck in the next.
Thank you.
There's Dan Morton. We'll grab William Pike now as well. And Pikey, the lean trot, it seems to have ended, mate. It's been a couple of tough weeks for you. We're used to you riding 5 or 6 winners a meeting, but back-to-back to start, you'd be happy with that?
Yeah, every now and then you come back to reality in a crash, so no, it's good to... I'm happy it's turned around anyway.
Your reality is still pretty nice, though.
Sometimes.
Tell us about this horse. So you hopped on today, sat a lot closer than you would have seen in the recent replays, and she seemed just to cruise through those early stages.
Yeah, I think blinkers on, and also a barrier is a big difference. I've seen her runs. A barrier probably, she wins a couple of other runs leading into this as well, but I didn't have to do much today. She was in good form. She was going good, had a nice barrier, and she done the rest for us.
As you were cornering for home, you had the 2 Wolf runners there, and it might have looked at one stage it was going to be tough, but Hawley's just moved off nicely, which opened it up well for you.
Yeah, well, he was always caught 3 wide. When the sprint went on, I was always confident I was going to be able to move it out of the way. I was travelling. He's done some work, so I was always confident I was going to get a run there. Yeah, it worked out quite well.
Great start to the day, mate. Hope it continues.
Yeah, so do I. Thank you.
There's William Pike, winning jockey aboard of Ravelli, taking out race number 2 here at Ascot, the Freo Group Handicap over the 1,600 metres.